Welcome to The Chic Show. My name is Marla, and on this channel we share DIYs, thrift flips, and decorating tips that are on trend, on demand, and on a budget. Today's video is a part of a playlist hosted by Michelle of Moxie DIY in Java. The Fall Like Academia playlist is linked in the description box below, as well as Michelle's channel. Be sure to check it out. Project number 1 is a book page wreath. We'll need a piece of cardboard, some pages from a book, hot glue, and an item of your choosing for the center. Traced around a salad plate onto the cardboard and cut it out. The pages are from a famous quotation book. I started with 32 pages. I rolled each page from one corner of the long side to the opposite corner of the long side, making a cone shape. I then secured it with hot glue. I sectioned the cardboard into quarters so that I could determine the center. Once I had 32 cones, I started gluing them onto the cardboard. I glued them about an inch into the circle, but determined later I should have gone in about 2 inches. As you can see, I'm flattening out the bottom of the cone as I glue them on. By going in about 2 inches, you're helping make the back a little bit more sturdy in the end. It took me 32 cones to go all the way around the circle the first time. Next, I made 22 more cones the same size and went in another couple of inches and glued them around the circle. You can always fill in any gaps at this time as well. Once I had the second ring of cones glued, I started on the third center ring. For this one, I cut the pages in half and rolled them the same way into the same cone shape. This is the picture that I'm going to use for the center of my wreath, but I didn't want it there permanently, so I cut out a shape from cardboard, glued a little hook on it, and then glued the cardboard to the center of the ring. This way I can switch out what I want the center of the wreath to be for each season or occasion. This is about the time I realized I didn't attach anything to the back to hang the wreath by. So I do suggest you attach something to the cardboard before completing your wreath. I just use baker's twine and a popsicle stick. Here's a look at it on my wall. I think it turned out beautifully. Project number 2 is very simple. I used a tarnished silver sugar bowl that I found at a thrift store and some floral that I had on hand. Project number 3 is probably my favorite. Some very old sheet music that I'm using for this project, as well as a blank page pulled out of the famous quotation book and printed a quotation by Beethoven. The frame that I'm using was actually made in a previous video for the Bloom with Grace Magnolias playlist. I'll link that below for you. I'm tearing the sheet music so that it will fit onto the frame. Quotation I'm using is about Beethoven's immortal beloved. Scholars have yet to be able to identify who his immortal beloved was, but in a letter written to her, he said, "Ever thine, ever mine, ever ours." And that's what I have printed here. The lady in the photo you see here is actually a family member. I believe this photo was taken in 1912. Project number 4, I'm going to update an owl from Dollar Tree. I took the owl outside and gave it a coat of spray paint using Krylon Gold Leaf. This is my favorite gold spray paint. And brushing on some Waverly Antique wax, letting it sit a few minutes, and then wiping it off. Here's a look at my wise old owl. Project number 5 is a mirrored vase. I'm using this candle holder from Dollar Tree to start with, and then I replaced the glass with a vase I found at a thrift store. I painted the vase with Krylon Looking Glass spray paint. After each coat of paint, I spritzed it with a mixture of vinegar and water. This creates the antiqued mirrored look. I then replaced the candle holder with the vase. Here's a look at all 5 of today's projects. Thank you, Michelle of Moxie DIY and Java, for hosting today's playlist. Be sure and check out Michelle's channel as well as the playlist to see all of the amazing creators participating today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share the chic. Bye now.